First, be honest with yourself that change is needed. Be accepting that you need help with the change. Because if you don't do that first, no one can help you. And if you don't believe in that, nothing someone's going to offer you is going to do anything about it.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Ryan, and today we're going to talk a little bit with a patient of mine who's been with the clinic for just about a year. And this is Nick. So Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're from, some of the things you like to do?
Awesome. I'm Nick. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I work in the medical device industry and sales. A little bit about me. I've been yo-yoing with a fitness journey for quite a while. I really look for some good direction. And I so happened to stumble upon this program with Dr. Ryan at SummaUp. And I was really just taken back about the value that they were bringing and really filling those gaps that a lot of us have as far as really finding our footing in our fitness direction.
I am going to kind of backtrack for a second and ask you to describe some of your experiences before starting with SummaUp. What were you trying to accomplish in terms of your physique and overall health specifically?
My overall goal was really about total health. I wanted to feel good. You also want to look good while feeling good. And your health is your wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do a lot of things, but this is the one aspect of your life that it's hard to get back. So I knew that, and it's from a lot of other previous experiences. What I know, it was everybody so-called says they have a plan.
Yes.
But one thing that I noticed is a lot of those plans are so generic. They're really not listening. They're not really in tune to specific of what you're saying, what your needs are. And where SummaUp, to me, took a holistic approach to really pinpoint, okay, here's what we're struggling with. Here's what our focus areas need to be.
First of all, what were some of the goals you were trying to accomplish, and why do you think that other interventions didn't get you where you wanted to go?
Well, go back to necessarily total health. For a cliche, it's all mind, body, and soul, right? They were one leg of that three-legged approach a lot of times. Everybody could tell you, go do these exercises. Here's a rep count. Here's a set count. Here's a weight count, and go do that. But what are the true challenges stopping that? You could state the obvious. Anytime you state the obvious and that doesn't resolve the issue, then you got to look a little further. And I'm pretty sure like a lot of your clients, when you lead a very extreme busy life, sometimes you have other challenges besides just sticking to the plan, And then the accountability piece to that too. People who were really equipped to help you in that situation. You could go find a trainer, just go to the gym. I heard you had a hard day, just go to the gym. Or just eat this. A lot of it, to wrap it up, is that mental component. Understanding, yes, you have the fundamentals of the physicality of moving weight, but at the same time, really what you're asking a person to do is to change their life, a lifestyle change. And you don't have the proper skill set in that, then I feel like those other programs become deficient in that. And I really think that's the main thing.
Okay. So how did you find out about the clinic, and what finally made you say, okay, I'm going to take the plunge and work with Dr. Ryan?
You know what? It was like everywhere I went online, it kept showing up. I really was introduced, I think, through some type of ad campaign that was running, and I clicked on it. I mean, probably from the time I actually came on, I probably just kept looking into the page, looking into your website and looking at all the things that you were sharing and the testimonials. And it felt like, okay, these are real people getting truly, really results. And it wasn't a something for nothing. I have belief, I have faith, but I believe in math, and I believe in statistics as well. And I just know the math ain't mathing when everybody's telling you, oh, people are going to do this in 30, 60, 90 days. And you're selling them a fad. And that's the one thing I felt the difference, the value for Summa was wholeness, and not just a look like me campaign.
Trust as a core principle is so important in the internet age. So much can be artificially enhanced, right? After joining the program, what are some of the changes you noticed in your physique, your health, and your business?
The first thing was the awareness of my health. I would say the first thing is when those lab values came back, became very comprehensive of looking at a lot of other things that even your primary care doctors didn't even look at. And it's like, okay, I look like this and I feel like this. I see why. But as the program went along, I think I definitely lost weight, obviously. The biomarkers improved drastically. In a lot of areas through the levels of physique, we're leaning out, especially in my midsection. I feel like this is becoming more defined in that way. But adding to that mental piece, the key to all of this is finding consistency. And what really makes a person consistent at something, whether they want to do it or not, is really discipline and accountability. And so I really feel that you and everyone, Stefan, they're showing up even when you're not showing up. That constant belief of someone still being there with you and being happy about it, not being disgruntled when they talk to you or whatever.
Yeah.
The reason why those checkups are so important, because you got to find out what works for that individual. Everybody's metabolism is different, physique is different, mindset is different. And that's the issue with generic advice.
What are some of the things that other people noticed about you?
People will notice that you're losing weight. But I think what comes with that is a glow, a sense of more confidence and a glow, more defined self-belief. And people who value what you do would consider themselves to be leaders. And one thing about being a leader is about what example are you setting? I work in a medical field in a way. In other words, I sell a medical device. So you kind of have to go with that brand of like, you really believe in health, right?
Yeah.
So that part of it is, it's like people believe you when you do what you say that you do, what you are going to do. And people can see that. And it resonates in so many other ways. So just a sense of confidence having in yourself and how that exudes to other people and how it becomes more relatable and how it becomes inspirational. But the bigger thing is really about people seeing that sense of positive change it sets a tone for an example of what you expect and what you can deliver.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Leading by example is so important, because that's true for any interaction. Even if you're not the head of your department, what you can expect from the world is usually a reflection of what you put out there, right? And so if you put out accountability, if you put out confidence, if you put out mastery of yourself, in terms of your mental, spiritual, and physical realms, like someone that basically is persistently moving towards their goals, regardless of the adversities and obstacles they see, people are going to resonate with that. They're going to be like, hey, this is someone that I trust, I believe in, and I'm going to put my faith in and follow, right? Okay, so what are some of the other benefits that you saw coming from working with myself in the clinic?
Competency in healthcare is not always there. That has a lot to do with everything. I think a lot of issues that people have along this journey is that you can turn the TV or whatever you turn it on. Someone is pro keto, someone's not keto, someone's pro this, someone's not that. Someone's always trying to sell you something if it's just their belief, where I feel like this was a very competent program, and it was competent, it was comprehensive, and that leads to results because that's redefining my journey. And the biggest thing about any service is that you need trust in the people that you're dealing with. And it wasn't this is what we do. It was like, yes, I'm a doctor and I'm going to be a doctor first. And I'm just not selling you some products I think you need to buy from me. And I like how the model is set up about we're here to really drive results. So the investment that you make, once again, all the program is designed to get to that end result. And it was through and through. Everybody that you encountered was involved in the mission just as much as you are. Everybody was on board with that. So for me, in how I evaluate things, that was another thing that I noticed. I could be confident in what I was doing because I could feel that you guys were competent in what you were doing.
So summing up, Nick, what would you tell someone who's watching this now and uncertain about joining the program? What would you tell that person?
First, be honest with yourself that change is needed. Be accepting that you need help for the change. Because if you don't do that first, no one can help you. And if you don't believe in that, nothing someone's going to offer you is going to do anything about it. Now, once you make that decision, if you're really looking for a very personalized and extremely high valued opportunity to really work with people who can prove and have the results, they live the life that they're helping you to live. And what I mean by that is they're an example of what their best life is. You don't have to do their workout. You don't have to eat what they eat in that particular case, but they're sharing with you the true principles behind it. It is truly comprehensive. I keep using that term out there. Other programs that you may have considered or been in have lagged. This is not the case. I really feel like this program is driven around high performance in so many ways and wholeness. And so if that's the game that you're on, that's the level that you're trying to play on, then you need to consider SummaUp.
Nick, I really appreciate the sentiment that you expressed there. And I also really appreciate you being a patient in the clinic. And I want to thank you for taking the time to talk about your experiences today.
No problem.